Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Diamond Youth Baseball. It's the 2024 World Series of the 12 and under Ozone Division 1, as we've got our third and final pool play matchup here on game, or field number 10, rather. Our game is featuring the visitor from the state of Tennessee and the home team from the state of Mississippi. And up at the plate, we'll start things off with Logan Luker. He is the shortstop and the leadoff man. Defensively, here's Mississippi. Bly Burns is at first. Burke Williams is at second. Mason Waldrop is at short. Ground ball toward the third baseman, Tate Williams. His throw across is in time, and by a step they retire leadoff man Logan Luker. Jaden Chamberlain's in left field. Brody Ponders in center. Lane Wibnight is in right. Bryce McGinnis behind the plate, and Lawson McGehee is on the mound for Mississippi. Tennessee's lineup, we've seen Luker. Here's Easton Bolton, the second baseman, who's hitting second. First pitch to him, bounces off his helmet. He's going to go down to first base with a free pass, and will be followed by Rivert Hilliard, the pitcher. Mason Poss is going to bat fourth. He's the catcher. Right fielder Thomas Harris batting in the 5 spot. It'll be first baseman Bryson Adams hitting 6th. Jonah Harris hitting 7th. Audie Bundy, the center fielder, batting 8th. Braxton Green, 9th. Bryson Krantz, the third baseman, hitting in the number 10 spot. And batting 11th is left fielder Jet Shepard. We are in the hour and 40-minute or 6-inning pool play thing going on here. We've got heat issues. It's already in the upper 90s, and so we will take a hydration break every 2 innings just to make sure everybody's safe and healthy. There's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 3 hitter, Rivert Hilliard. The team from Tennessee hails from Greenbrier, 582 miles from us. Here in Bossier City. Runners off and going. This ball is lifted into right field. Playable out there and not caught, however. Wibnight had trouble with it. It's going to roll back to the wall. Runners will stop at first and third. Well, I say it's stop at first and third. Throw over to third base got away high, and so Hilliard ends up at second base. Easton Bolton at third base. And Mason Poss, the catcher's coming up with 1 away. Mississippi there from Pike County. 281 miles from Bossier City, Louisiana. Pike County 5-1 in their state tournament. They beat George County 9-5 in the finals. George County's playing with the majors. The runner-up gets to move to the majors to play. First pitch is a called strike as Lawson McGehee gets ahead of Mason Poss. No balls and 1 strike. Greenbrier, Justin Poss is leading this team, head coach. Second time after he coached the 10 and under team for 2 years, or 2 years ago anyway. Third time in the World Series for a lot of these kids on this Greenbrier roster. Pitch high, the fastball, and now the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. Coaching staff for the two. For Mississippi, it's Stephen Williams, Chris Williams, and Bill McGahee. Justin Poss is the manager for Tennessee. Garner Harris and Matthew Bolton are the assistant coaches. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 away. Runners at second and third. A little bit high to Poss. Ball 3. So if experience counts for anything, the folks at Greenbrier have been here, done that. In fact, they were unbeaten in their state tournament. They defeated Waynesboro in the championship, and Waynesboro was here in Division 2, swing and a miss, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now to catcher Mason Poss. Thomas Harris is on deck. This one fouled out of play. We've had winners already in this tournament, hailing from, let's see, Louisiana won their opener from Ponchatoula. We had North Carolina with a win. Alabama beat Georgia. This one popped foul. I think Virginia was a winner over Texas, and now we're down to Mississippi, Tennessee here on field 10, and the host team from Bossier taking on South Carolina on field 9. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. Pitch, good one, fastball outside corner, and Boss got frozen for the second out of the inning. Thomas Harris up next.
Number 7, Thomas Harris.
First pitch swinging as he fouls that back to the screen. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch, that one's a little up from Lawson McGahee. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Easton Bolton at third base. River Hilliard at second with 2 outs now. Top of the first for Tennessee. And this one right back to us, and it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck for Tennessee is Bryson Adams, the first baseman. If you're watching from Pike County or you're watching from Greenbrier, share it. You're on social media, share the feed. Get as many people as we can checking out the games with your kids, grandkids, your nephew, next door neighbor, your paper boy. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one just kind of fighting it off was Harris. Pitch that came in on his hands. And still 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're at the Tinsley Sports Complex here in Bossier City, where not only the Ozone 12 and under are playing, but also the AAA and the majors are playing their World Series on other fields in this complex. This ball's hit up in the air, foul territory. Third baseman battling the sun. Tate Williams makes the catch, and that's how the first inning's going to end for Tennessee. They got no runs. There was 1 hit and 2 men left on base. Scoreless after the top of the first. We'll come back for the bottom of the first when we return. As you're watching us, you're on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, Chuck Zach back with you here from Bossier City. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in our third pool play game of the day, Tennessee and Mississippi. Here's Tennessee's defense as they get ready to face Mississippi. It's Bryson Adams at first, Easton Bolton at second. Logan Luker's the shortstop. Bryson Krantz is at third. Jet Shepard's in left. Audie Bundy's in center. Thomas Harris is in right. Mason Poss behind the plate, and River Hilliard is the pitcher for Tennessee. Here's Mississippi's order. Brody Ponder at center field will lead things off. He'll be followed by second baseman Burke Williams and shortstop Mason Waldrop. Barnes is the first baseman. He's batting fourth. Jaden Chamberlain's in left field. He's hitting fifth. It'll be catcher Bryce McGinnis hitting sixth. Tate Williams at third hitting seventh. Pitcher Lawson McGahee hitting in the eighth spot. Corian Brumfield's batting ninth. Tyler Simmons batting 10th. And Lane Wibnight is batting in the 11th spot. All right, we're off and rolling. Bottom of the first, and the first delivery from River Hilliard misses wide for ball one. Brody Ponder, the center fielder, leading things off. And that's a good-looking pitch, just a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Umpire and crew in red today. It's kind of weird to see him that way. You usually expect to see him in blue, but they got the red going today. It's stylish. And count 3 balls, no strikes now, and the leadoff man, Brody Ponder. that's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to start things. And Mississippi's got the leadoff man on with Burke Williams coming up next. A pretty cool send-off did the kids from Pike County, Mississippi, the Macomb City Railroad Depot Museum. They had the going away gathering for them. Had a pretty cool picture that they put in the Railroad Depot Museum after Pike County won the Mississippi State Championship. There's a throwdown from catcher Mason Poss, but not in time as Brady Ponder steals second base. Museum run by Sam Daniel and Ganeth Brewer Daniel. So, cool looking send-off. Bunt put down. This one's going to be good. Pitcher with play only, and he'll get the out at first base on the sacrifice bunt by Burke Williams. He gives himself up so Ponder can get to third base. And now with one away, Mason Waldrop, the shortstop, comes up. Pitch low and inside, ball 1. Pike County on the southwestern border of Mississippi. Swing and a miss. Good fastball that time by River Hilliard. Best pitch he's thrown. Count ball and a strike now, 1-1. A little bit of breeze. It's blowing in from left, it looks like. Pitch inside. We have a excessive heat advisory in effect until 2:30, they say. So we're almost done with that. This one hit hard but foul. And the count's 1-2 now. Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's strike 3 looking as Waldrop goes down on strikes. And that's out number 2 now for Mississippi. Bly Barnes coming in. Barnes playing at first base. Chance to drive in the first run of the game with Brody Ponder standing at third and Barnes way out in front. Kind of pulled out on that a little bit for strike 1. Pitch coming in on him, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Barnes with that open stance. And that pitch on the outside corner. There's the flaw in that stance. If you don't bring that front foot back in, you're really vulnerable on the outside part of the plate. That's kind of where Barnes is right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He should be able to handle inside pitches. Outside may be a problem. Swings and misses. He had a home run cut, and that'll end the inning. Base runner for Mississippi, kind of like for Tennessee. Got a runner to third, couldn't get him in. No runs. There were no hits, and 1 man left on base. Scoreless after 1. We'll come back for the second as you're watching the 2024 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. All right, welcome back. We get ready for the top of the second inning. New pitcher on the field for Mississippi as Lawson McGahee went the 1 inning through 22 pitches, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 strikeout. He hit 1 batter. So he's done. Jaden Chamberlain's coming on as the second pitcher in the ball game for Mississippi. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Bryson Adams, Jonah Harris, and Audie Bundy. Left-hander facing the left-hander in the first pitch. Down low for ball 1.
Those 3 people were sitting. The original 3 that were sitting were Jaden.
Bryson Adams, a first baseman, getting set. And here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Playing in the top of the second at the conclusion of this full inning. They'll take a 5-minute hydration break. And it is hot, and they will need it. 2 balls and 1 strike. We've had 1 casualty so far this game. Apparently, a coach got his finger caught in the fence. You never know. Swung on, little tapper first base side. Fielded over there. And the tag put on by Bly Barnes for out number 1. Brings up Jonah Harris.
Now batting number 10, Jonah Harris.
Greenbrier, town of about 7,000 people. We're in Tennessee. They missed their 4th of July, actually 3rd of July, the turning of the pig celebration as he bunts this one up in the air and foul out of play. Apparently it's a big-time fundraising festival for the band, high school band. So they cook up the pigs and have it all ready for the 4th of July. Pulled pork for days. No balls and 1 strike. And let's make it 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, their 8-under baseball team won the World Series last week in South Carolina, and they got the Sportsmanship Award as well. Greenbrier with 5 consecutive state titles at the 8-under. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They also sent a 6-under All-Star softball team to the World Series. Greenbrier's got it going on for youth baseball. This one ground ball back to the mound. Knocked down, now fielded. Throw over in time as Jaden Chamberlain retires Jonah Harris for the 2nd out of this 2nd inning. I believe the 6 and under team is also going. 8 unders, 1 there. 6 under one is a runner-up. They advanced the World Series. Just not a bad year and a very good baseball program in Greenbrier. Stepping in now, Audie Bundy, the center fielder. First pitch to him down low, ball 1. Jaden Chamberlain misses that time wide. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the number 8 hitter in the Tennessee lineup. And that one down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Braxton Green on deck for Tennessee. That one misses, ball 4. 2 out, 4 pitch walk for Audie Bundy. Here's Braxton Green now coming up. Infield normal depth with 2 away. First pitch, that one in there for a called strike. Chamberlain came back over the top and painted the inside part of the plate against Braxton Green. Bryson Krantz, the third baseman, on deck. Took a swing at one, and I don't know if he got a piece of it or not, but he swung on it and got strike two. It came back behind home plate, but tell you what, that shot between the legs, it looked like, of the home plate umpire, and then came right back through where Mississippi's catcher, Bryce McGinnis, had an easy chance getting to it, and they held the runner at first base. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Green. Pitch, he tried to check his swing. Did he go or not? Apparently, nobody's going to appeal, and so it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch was up in the zone and apparently successfully checked by Mr. Green. This time he lifts this one to right field. It started to drift and kept going. Lane Wibnight in trouble out there. It's going to get down for a base hit, and rolling into second base, Braxton Green with a double with 2 outs. So runners at second and third as Audie Bundy stopped at third base. Here's Bryson Krantz now, the third baseman. Tennessee got runners at second and third in the first inning with 1 out. Couldn't get a run across. Now here with 2 outs. Double, extra base hit. See if Krantz can drive him in. Following him, last hitter in the lineup, Jet Shepard. First pitch, called strike 1. Chamberlain got a couple of groundouts to open this inning, a 4-pitch walk, and then the double, and there's a swinging strike, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Chamberlain set out of the windup. Comes back, pitch low, got the foot of the umpire. 1 run's going to come in and score. McGinnis still can't find the ball. Now he hunts it down, but by the time he saw it, Bundy was already crossing home plate, and Tennessee goes on top 1-0. Braxton Green advanced to third, and there's your first run of this game. Got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging grounder foul first base side. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. So this is a 2-out rally that Tennessee's put together. 4-pitch walk. That big fly out in right field that just kept on pushing the right fielder further and further back. Finally dropped in there safe.
Yes,
and then the wild pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning, but not before Tennessee strikes first. There's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Bottom of the second coming up, 1-0 Tennessee with the lead. You're watching this, the Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. All right, bottom of the second inning, Tennessee with a 1-0 lead. Mississippi coming to the plate. Jaden Chamberlain, Bryce McGinnis, Tate Williams. The 5, 6, 7 hitters are scheduled. As they'll face River Hilliard back to work for the second time. First pitch called strike to Chamberlain. No changes defensively, at least not so far for Tennessee. Bunt put up in the air and foul out of play. Now the count's 0-2 to Chamberlain.
Not bad number 27.
He's kind of shaking his head like, what?
coach timeout.
Coach from Pike County, Stephen Williams, visiting with his youngster, Jaden Chamberlain. No balls and 2 strikes. Hilliard's pitch misses wide, 1-2. Oh, good breaking ball. Boy, that's a good-looking pitch. We're sitting right behind it, and that thing had tons of movement on it. You can see where Chamberlain froze. He's the 3rd strikeout victim so far from River Hilliard. And there's one away here in the 2nd. Winner of our game plays at 1:30 tomorrow. They will take on Georgia, who lost to Alabama earlier this afternoon. Loser of this game is 9:30 tomorrow morning. They will take on Louisiana. Pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. That's Bryce McGinnis, the catcher, at the plate. Now it's 3-0 as Hilliard kind of fell off the mound. McGinnis going to show bunt, just try to distract the pitcher, and almost got one up in the grill for it. 4-pitch walk. And down to first base goes Bryce McGinnis.
Now batting number 15, Jet Shepard.
Tate Williams coming up now. Williams, a 3rd baseman. Fastball high, throw down to first. Not in time, however, and there's a 1-0 count now on Tate Williams. Lawson McGehee on deck. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a good one, but a little bit low. 2-0. A lot of movement on River Hilliard's breaking ball. Here's the 2-0. That one's there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hilliard up to 26 pitches now. A little bit low. 3-1. For a second, like that may be there, but it was just a tad low for the home plate umpire. So now with a 3-1 count, here's Hilliard's pitch. That one's right there. 3-2 now. Strikeout and a walk to open this inning. Nope. Ball 4, low and inside. Back-to-back walks for Mississippi as they put runners on first and second. And Lawson McGahee, the pitcher for Mississippi who started the game, due up, but looks like he's not going to face River Hilliard. Hilliard with back-to-back walks. Well, let's see. He pointed toward first base like he was bringing in a different pitcher. And I think that may be what's happening. It is. All right, we'll take a timeout. They're going to change pitchers. We'll get the new guy on the mound and warmed up and get you ready for what's left of the bottom of this 2nd inning. It's the 2024 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. All right, welcome back. New pitcher is Bryson Adams, the former first baseman, as he faces Lawson McGahee. Numbers on River Hilliard. He went 1 1/3 innings. 27 pitches he threw. Pitch outside. Struck out 3, but walked 3. Didn't give up any hits. The count now, ball and a strike to McGahee. Swing and a miss, and a pitch looked a little bit high in the zone, but it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Lawson McGahee. Corian Brumfield on deck for Mississippi. Looking to try to tie this game up. They got a runner at second, they got a runner at first. And there's a swing and a miss, and down goes McGahee for the second out of the inning. River Hilliard, by the way, moved to third base. Looks like Thomas Harris is now playing at first for Tennessee. Here's Corian Brumfield. Hacks at the first one and fouls it back to the screen for strike 1.
How about number 13, Corian Brumfield.
Number 9 hitter in the lineup for Mississippi. Swing and a miss. That's probably a ball that he just swung at. Looked a little high and away. Counts 0-2 now to Brumfield. The 0-2. That one is way outside. Throw down to second, but not in time. Getting back there safely was Bryce McGinnis. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGinnis is at second. Williams at first. Bryson Adams trying to preserve the 1-0 lead here in the second. Ball 3 as he missed down low. Number 10 hitter Tyler Simmons on deck. Brumfield can get on. Full count pitch. Here you go. Doesn't matter. Got him looking for the third out of the inning. 5 strikeouts for Tennessee pitchers through the first 2 innings. And Bryson Adams comes in, gets out of a little bit of a jam. 2 on 1 out. Works his way out of that. No runs for Mississippi in the inning. They had no hits, no errors, and there were 2 men left on base. So it's 1-0 Tennessee with the lead. We're at our hydration break, so we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll give you the picture, and we'll get the audio going again when the kids get back ready to start inning number 3. You're watching Dixie Youth Baseball's 2024 Ozone World Series.
extra break is not, we can take it to.
All right, welcome back to Bossier City. It's the Tinsley Sports Complex. Pool play for the 12 and under Ozone Division I World Series Championship. They start winner-loser games tomorrow. It's double elimination. You get at least 2 cracks at hanging around. Unfortunately, we'll start sending teams home on Sunday. Pitching change for Mississippi, it looks like, as number 7, Mason Waldrop, moves from shortstop to behind, or to the mound, rather. It'll be the 3rd pitcher now for Mississippi, as Lawson McGee started. Jaden Chamberlain came in and pitched an inning, and now it looks like it's Mason Waldrop's turn. First pitch that Waldrop throws, a little inside to the number 11 hitter, Jet Shepard. We will do hydration breaks like we just did every couple innings. One swing and a miss is Shepard down to one knee. For Jaden Chamberlain, came in and gave up the 1 run. That's the lead run so far. This one, a one-hop grounder to second base, and an easy throw out over there as Jaden Varnado, now playing over at second, makes the play. And that retires Jet Shepard for the first out of the inning. And we're back to the top of the order. Logan Luker now leading things. The leadoff man, rather, batting with 1 away. First pitch inside. Mason Waldrop. Luker grounded out to third base first time up. There's Waldrop's pitch. He started the game at shortstop. He's moved now to the mound. Looks like Brody Ponder may have moved over to short. So 1 away for Tennessee. Back to the top of the order. Ground ball towards second. Varnado down to his knees with it, and he'll smother that ball and throw over to first base to Bly Barnes for out number 2. A lot of business for Jaden Varnado since he's come in the game. A couple of ground balls. We've got 2 away, and here's Easton Bolden, his counterpart at second base for Tennessee. Hit by a pitch. Got stuck at third base in the first inning. Tennessee's picked up 1 run on 2 hits. They've left 3 on base so far. That pitch, high ball 2. That 1 run came after 2 outs in the second inning. Walk and a double. Wild pitch scored the run. And it's quickly 3 balls and no strikes now to Easton Bolden. River Hilliard, game's starting pitcher for Tennessee, on deck. And the pitch. Oh, got him in the helmet. He was ducking down, I guess, thinking that ball was going to be over the top of his head, and got him right in the helmet, and he's been hit by pitches twice, and I think both times the same way. He ducked into him both times. And so down to first base goes Easton Bolden. It's kind of a dangerous move. She's kind of ducking into those pitches. If he'd have just leaned backward, that ball would never have hit him. And I got to think about if the first time was a 3-0 pitch as well. I want to think it was. So Bolton goes to first base. River Hilliard's coming up. Hilliard had a single in the first. And she's facing Mississippi's Mason Waldrop. Waldrop going full windup. Throws one in for a strike. Throw down to second to try to get the base runner. Vernado slipped coming to the bag from his second base position and had to smother that with his legs to keep it from going into center field. So runner at second now for River Hilliard with a chance to drive in a run. Strike two, right in there. So a couple of ground balls to second, a hit batter, and now an 0-2 count on River Hilliard. Oh, that's a nice looking pitch. Apparently it was a little out of the zone. Throw to third base, sails into left field and quickly backed up out there by Corian Brumfield, who's coming to the game in left field. Not sure exactly what was going on over at third. Lawson McGahee, who had been the starting pitcher, is over at third. He kind of shied away from that ball with the runner coming toward him, and Brumfield doesn't pay attention. It's another run for Tennessee. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hilliard. Here's the pitch from Waldrop. That one just misses. Boy, he's been close for 2 of the 3 balls that have been called. Now it's a full count. Mason Poss is on deck for Tennessee. Payoff pitch time for Mason Waldrop. Here's a delivery. And that one missed a little outside, ball 4. Well, they had him at 0-2, and Waldrop missed on 4 pitches. 3 of those 4 really, you would think in the neighborhood to get a batter to swing, but good discipline by River Hilliard to stay off of everything. He's been on base twice now today, and here's Mason Poss, who struck out looking. That was against Lawson McGahee. That one's called strike, and just jogging down to second base is Hilliard. Hoping to draw a throw, didn't get one. No balls and 1 strike. Past the catcher, and he's going to have to run it down in a hurry. Well, McGinnis had to hustle to get up and make sure that run didn't come in to score. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Playing in the top of the third. Tennessee's got a 1-0 lead. They're threatening for more here in the inning. Quick snap throw down to third base. Diving back in there's Easton Bolton. Counts a ball and a strike to Mason Poss. Facing Mason Waldrop. Fastball grounded. This has got a lot of backspin on it. Really no good play. Everybody's going to be safe and a run scores. There really wasn't much of a chance out there for Brody Ponder. That ball had so much backspin on it, it just did not move very quickly. And it's an infield single for Poss, and another run comes across for Tennessee to make it 2-0 as Bolton scores from third. Hilliard goes down to third. And now it's Thomas Harris up. First pitch to him, strike. And again, the Tennessee runners from first base go to second base. Ground ball, big chopper. Oh, good short hop grab and the throw in time by Ponder, who retires the side on that nice little play. Another run comes across, though, for Tennessee. They got 1 run, courtesy of 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. Through 2.5 innings now. It's 2-0 Tennessee with the lead. Mississippi coming to bat in the bottom of the third here at the 2024 Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone World Series. All right, bottom of the third inning. Mississippi coming back to the plate. They will face Bryson Adams, who was on the mound when we ended the second inning. For Mississippi, Tyler Simmons, Lane Wibnight, and then back to the top of the order, Brody Ponder. Here's Tyler Simmons. First pitch swinging. Well, called strike one. Tennessee with a 2-0 lead. We play in the bottom of the third. These are 6-inning games or the time limit, 1 hour and 40 minutes when you add the 10 minutes for the hydration breaks in there. No balls and 2 strikes now. Adams, second pitcher for Mississippi. And that looked like strike 3. It was. He caught Simmons looking after 3 batters faced and 3 strikeouts for
Number 6, Lane
young Mr. Bryson Adams. Lane Wibnight now the right fielder coming up. Number 11 hitter in the lineup. Got a piece of that, but it's strike 1. Jonah Harris has come in to play third base for Tennessee. Braxton Green has come in to play left field. Show of bunt, and that wasn't even close for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mississippi, no runs, and at the moment they have not gotten a hit. 3 walks. Struck out 6 times. And that's strike 2. River Hilliard had 3 strikeouts, and Bryson Adams matched that in the 3 batters he's faced. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's high and away. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Webnight trying to hang around in this count. And got him looking. 3 straight strikeouts looking now for Bryson Adams. He struck out all 4 batters he's faced. And number 12 hitter, Jaden Varnado up. His first pitch, big cut for strike 1. Make it strike 2. Well, Adams just throwing on the outside part of the plate twice now. He's had Varnado hacking at him. They're going to set up inside this time. Instead, ball goes outside and strike 3 swinging. 5 in a row struck out now by Bryson Adams. He ends the third by striking out the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Coming back for the top of the 4th. 2-0 Tennessee with the lead. You're watching us here. The Diamond Youth Baseball 2024 World Series. All right, welcome back. We are warming up a new pitcher, looks like. Tate Williams is on the mound warming up for Mississippi. He would be their 4th pitcher. They've used McGahee, Chamberlain, Waldrop, and now Tate Williams. Going to have some other changes as well, as looks like Bly Barnes is moving from first base to behind the plate. And let's see, over at first base, I believe it's Chamberlain now. It is. Ponder is at third, and Waldrop goes back to shortstop. So wholesale changes for Mississippi in the infield, as they've shifted basically everybody around. At second base is still Burke Williams, who started the game there. So good luck keeping up with all that. Fourth inning starts with Bryson Adams, Jonah Harris, and Audie Bundy scheduled to bat for Tennessee. Tennessee with a 2-0 lead as we now move into the fourth inning. At the end of this inning, we'll take our second hydration break. Give the kids, the umpires, coaches a chance to get out of the sun and make sure they're getting some fluids in them. All right, here's the first pitch. Tate Williams throws to Bryson Adams. Adams 0 for 1 with a ground out. Mississippi very deliberate about how we're using pitchers, and it's 2 pitches, and hit by pitch is what happens for Bryson Adams. He is the third hit batter. Of course, the first 2 were the same kid, Easton Bolton. All right, so Jonah Harris coming up now. Numbers, by the way, on Mason Waldrop, who gave up 1 run in his time out there, walked 1, gave up 1 hit, had no strikeouts. So it's been 1 inning apiece for each of the Mississippi pitchers. Sound strategy, get everybody a little bit of work. And here's Harris, and he's trying to bunt, and we're going to have a courtesy runner for Bryson Adams, who is in the game pitching. It gives him the ability to not have to be running for himself. As a result, Tennessee's got Thomas Harris in there running. So we got Harris at first, we got Harris at the plate. And Williams pitching to him. Here's a pitch. Ground ball toward third. Grab there. Throw across. Way high as Ponder airmails one. Runners are going to be at second and third. And they're going to kind of sort of look at trying to come home, but the throw stops Thomas Harris. So Jonah Harris reaches on the error by the third baseman. And runners are at second and third now. Nobody out in the inning. Tennessee trying to stretch this 2-0 lead. Audie Bundy, who walked and scored in the second, comes up.
Audie Bundy.
Hit batter and an error. Here we go. Bunt put down. This is first base side. There's really no good play. They're going to try to go to second, and they will get the batter, Audie Bundy, as Burke Williams got over there covering up the bag. Run comes in to score in the person of Thomas Harris to make it a 3-0 lead. Jonah Harris over to third base.
Now batting, number 13, Braxton Green.
So Braxton Green up now. Green doubled his first time up. Pitch fouled back for strike 1. So a run comes across for Tennessee. It's runs in each of the last 3 innings now for Tennessee. And they've taken the 3-0 lead at least into the bottom of the 4th before the hydration break. They've still got a runner at third with 1 away. Here's the pitch to Green. That's way outside. Gets by Barnes, but he quickly jumps on it to keep the runner from moving. Jonah Harris down at third base for Tennessee. Counts a ball and a strike to Braxton Green. And let's make it 2-1 now. Center field way deep. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's inside and low, ball 3. Leadoff man getting on this inning for Tennessee. First time that's happened today, and that's ball 4. So hit, batter, error, walk are the 3 ways that Tennessee batters have reached in this inning. And Bryson Krantz, who struck out to end the second, comes up. Runners at first and third. That's a called strike outside part of the plate. Mississippi trying to hold on here as Tennessee's got threat brewing in the top of the 4th inning. Whoa, that comes inside as Krantz bails out. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sure his friend Easton Bolton would have said, you should have gotten hit by that. That one's low and inside, 2-1. Runner from first going, swing and a miss by Krantz. And Braxton Green goes to second base. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quick little discussion with head coach for Tennessee, Justin Poss, visiting with Bryson Krantz. Big spot here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base hit would really give Tennessee a little breathing room. Oh, just missing wide. Not by much. The count fills up 3-2. Ball 4. Second walk in the inning. Bases are loaded now.
Not bad, number 15, Jet
There's
Shepard.
1 away in this inning. Jet Shepard, the left fielder, coming up now. Shepard grounded out to second his first time up. Infield in now for Mississippi. Trying to stop a run at the plate. Pitch high and outside, ball 1. That's inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. They go back to the top of the order after Shepard. Shepard shows bunt. Off the foot of the catcher Barnes. He's just now getting to it. Run scores. It's 4-0 Tennessee. As Jonah Harris scores on the wild pitch. So all the runners move up 70 feet. Counts 3-0 now to Jet Shepard with first base open. 2 across for Tennessee in this inning. He shows bunt inside. And guess what? Ball 4. Another walk. 3 in a row now handed out by Tate Williams, and Mississippi's coach coming out to see his pitcher. And that's all she wrote for Tate Williams. He could not get but 1 out in this inning.
So 20 pitches for Tate.
So Williams going to be pulled. Looks like Ponder's coming to the mound. We'll take a timeout while he warms up. We'll get you ready for Brody Ponder to come in and pitch for Mississippi. You're watching Diamond Youth Baseball's World Series 2024 live from Bossier City, Louisiana.
pitching for Mississippi, number 9, Brody Ponder.
All right, welcome back. Brody Ponder, the new pitcher for Mississippi, and he faces the top of the order, Logan Luker. Tate Williams won a third of the inning. Gave up 3 walks, no hits, 1 hit batter, a wild pitch, and 2 runs have scored with more on base that belonged to him. Luker's 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts, 1 to second, 1 to third. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Tennessee with a 4-0 lead. This one over the head of the first baseman. That chopper gets 1 run around, and they'll stop the runner from second, Bryson Krantz, from going in, but it's a 5-0 lead. RBI single for Luker, who gets his first hit of the game. Shepard moved to second. Bases stay loaded. Number 2 hitter, Easton Bolton, who's been hit by pitches on the bill of his helmet twice now, comes in there. If he does that again, he's going to get an RBI. Fastball at the knees, that's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Easton Bolton. Inside, 1 ball. Oh, wait a minute. Got him for a strike on the inside corner. 0-2. Bolton must have been leaning out over the plate more than I thought he was. Umpire said that got in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Ponder's pitch swung on, and that's out number 2 in this inning.
Now batting, number 19, River Hilliard.
Number 3 hitter now, River Hilliard. Hilliard's singled and walked. And he comes up now with bases loaded, 2 outs. His team with a 5-0 lead already. Brody Ponder trying to end this inning and keep Mississippi in this game. First pitch called strike. Hilliard didn't like that. One ball, 1 strike as Ponder misses low and away. Boy, Brody's been all over the field. He started at center, went to short, third, now he's pitching. He misses 2-1. This inning started what seems like forever ago. Adams got hit by a pitch. Harris got on an error, ground out by Bundy for the first out, then walk, single. And this is a big chopper towards second base. And, yep, getting to it and finally touching the bag. Burke Williams had to fight getting that ball and beat to the bag Logan Luker to end the inning. But 3 runs come across for Tennessee. They do that without just 1 hit. There was 1 error and bases left loaded. That's 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 left on for Tennessee through 4 innings. They've got a 5-0 lead. We'll come back for the bottom of the 5th after the break. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. We'll get our water break at the end of this 3 outs. Tennessee with the 5-0 lead. Bryson Adams still on the mound, working here in the 4th, and so far he has been untouchable. 5 batters, 5 strikeouts, 3 of them looking. He's going to get the top of the order here in the 4th with Ponder, Williams, and Waldrop. Tennessee
Now batting, number 9, Brody Ponder.
picked up 2 more runs in that top of the 4th inning. So actually 3 runs in that inning. Take a 2-0 lead out to a 5-0 lead. Here's Ponder up now. He walked in his only at bat. Only been 2 base runners for Mississippi, both of them by walks. First pitch called strike. Tell you what, early reviews are pretty darn good on Bryson Adams. Bounces that. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a foul tip, and it's 1-2. Of course, he's been pitching against the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hitters. So we're back at the top of the order. We'll see if things are a little bit different with the top of Mississippi's lineup. That's 2 balls and 2 strikes now on a pitch that was high and inside. You can see it. Ponder really choking up the bat. Ground ball. This is through the infield, and there's your first hit of the game for Mississippi. It comes leading off the 4th inning off the bat of Brody Ponder, who's been on base twice now. And so much for the strikeout streak that Bryson Adams had. It ends at 5 in a row. And Coach Poss is coming out. And with him coming out, so is his pitcher. 26 pitches thrown by Bryson Adams in his 1 2/3 innings worth of work. Struck out 5, walked none, gave up 1 hit. And he hadn't given up any runs, although the guy on first is his. So they're bringing in a brand new pitcher. And it looks like number 26 is Mason Poss, who's coming in to pitch. Poss started the game behind the plate.
Now pitching number 26, Mason Poss.
And behind the plate catching right now is River Hilliard.
You got 26 in the mound, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so 3rd pitcher of the game coming in for Tennessee. Mason Poss. Tell you what, if he's got anything like the first 2 who have combined for 8 strikeouts, we've gotten 12 outs. No, 9 outs. Is that right? 9 outs? 6, 9 outs, and they've struck out at everybody but 1 for their recorded outs. And the only one that was not a strikeout was a sacrifice bunt by Burke Williams. 8 of the 9 outs that Tennessee's gotten were strikeouts. So Mason Poss coming in to pitch with nobody out and a runner on first base here in the 4th inning. And he gets Burke Williams, the number 2 hitter, to lead things off against Poss. First pitch. So it's in there for strike 1. Williams is the guy that put down that sacrifice bunt in the 1st inning. By the way, South Carolina is leading the host team from Bossier 2-1. That game's in the 5th inning. And we're going to have an error as the ball got away from the first baseman. Ponder not even stopping at second. He's going to make it for 3rd. The 2-base error. And Ponder's in scoring position. Count 0-1 to Williams. Got a chance to drive in a run as the fastball rides inside on the lefty. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, bottom of the 4th inning. A little bit high and inside, 2-1. Mason Waldrop on deck hitter. Mississippi trying to scratch back into this thing. Down 5-0. Hard grounder shot the other way. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball off the bat of Burke Williams. The 2-2. Little high ball 3. This game's still got about 23 minutes left on time. That's ball 4 down low. Burke Williams gets on base. Runners at first and third now for Mason Waldrop. Bly Barnes, the on-deck hitter. Waldrop struck out looking.
Now bat number 42, Lawson McGee.
His first at bat in the first inning. Pitch, boy, take a swing at one inside. Grounder toward third. Throw's going to bounce past the first baseman, Adams. 1 run scores. Second one being waved around. He's going to come in to score. It's a 5-2 game as Ponder and Williams score on the throwing error by third base. And all of a sudden, it's getting a little intriguing here.
Now bat number 17, Bly Barnes.
Mississippi, who didn't have a hit coming into this inning, picked up a leadoff single, a walk, a pickoff that resulted in a 2-base error, and now an error by the third baseman. And Barnes, swinging for the fences, misses for strike 1. He struck out in the first inning. Nobody out in the inning. That pitch a little bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bly Barnes, who started the game at first, moved behind the plate to catch. Comes up here. Takes a cut at 1, bouncer toward third. Third baseman makes the tag. His throw across not in time, and Adams does a nice job smothering that. But they caught Mason Waldrop between second and third. And the third baseman put the tag on him to record the second out of the inning. Jaden Chamberlain up now. It's Jonah Harris over at third that made that play, by the way. Chamberlain struck out looking.
Now bat number 27, Jaden Chamberlain.
First pitch missing wide, ball 1. 1 out in this 4th inning. Throw over toward first base as Bly Barnes dives back in there. Barnes inching his lead a little bit bigger. Missing outside. 2-0. On deck, Bryce McGinnis. Well, that's a good-looking breaking ball. Ooh, he threw a good, pretty pitch that time for Poss. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. That's, if you're Chamberlain, you got no chance. You just are frozen by that. You expect it's going to hit you, and it cuts back into the inside part of the plate. Here's the 2-1. That one missing wide on the fastball, 3-1. Chamberlain gets on. McGinnis represents the tying run. Inside for a called strike. Barnes swipes second. And we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch misses. Oh, he got him. Late call by the home plate umpire. Wasn't sure if that missed wide or not. Instead, umpire says, nope, struck out looking, second out of the inning.
Now batting number 4, Bryce McGinnis.
So McGinnis up now. He walked in his lone at bat. Ball 1, pitch down low. Tate Williams on deck. Mississippi trailing 5-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Bly Barnes having shoe issues. And the pitch hit towards short, off the glove of the shortstop. Barnes going to be waved around. They're going to see if he's going to come. No, he stopped. He started to come and took about 3 steps, and then they hit the brakes. So a ball off the glove of Luker at short.
Tate Williams.
And now runners are at second and third base with the tying run coming to the plate in Tate Williams. It was a hard hit liner, but off the glove of the shortstop. And so it's the second, make that third error of the inning. They had one on a pickoff, they had one on a grounder to third, and now that one off the glove of the shortstop. And Williams comes up. He reached on a walk first time up. First pitch he sees, strike 1. Mississippi punched a couple across here. They get a base hit. They're going to get 2 more. Ground ball toward Luker. He's got it. Throw on the money, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs come across for Mississippi, though. They get 2 runs courtesy of 1 hit. There were 3 errors and 2 men left on. So after our 4th inning, it's 5-2 Tennessee with the lead. We'll take a 5-minute break for the hydration pause that they're going to have here to allow the kids and the umpires and the coaches to get some water. We'll keep the camera rolling. We'll come back with the audio when they get ready to start the 5th inning. 5-2 with the score, Tennessee with the lead. You're watching us here on the Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. All right, welcome back for the top of the fifth inning. Tennessee with a 5-2 lead over Mississippi. Brody Ponder, who was on the mound last time we were out here, is back on the mound to start inning number 5. He's got first pitch in there for a called strike. Mason Poss will lead things off. Number 4 hitter for Tennessee. Thomas Harris and Bryson Adams to follow. Poss 1 for 2, strikeout and a single. And that pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Ponder came in the 4th inning. Gave up the single to Logan Luker and then got out of the jam that he found himself in. Pitch misses wide. Tennessee so far has left 8 runners on base through 4 innings. They've got a 5-2 lead. Mississippi starting to feel itself a little bit there in the 4th inning. This one swung on, looped foul. Mississippi has left on 5 runners through their 4 innings. With their first hit of the game in the 4th and ultimately scored 2 runs in that inning. This one swung on and missed. Poss goes down on strikes. We're underway here in the 5th. Thomas Harris 0 for 2, a foul out and a ground out. Our game between Louisiana and South Carolina, and Louisiana being the host from Bossier. Now tied at 2, game in the bottom of the 6th. Ball lifted into center field, long run back there, and that's going to drop in as Harris goes around first to second, and he will stand up with a double. On a day when the wind's blowing out to the left, that probably is a home run. Instead, he gets a double as the wind kind of knocked it down a little bit. Now Bryson Adams up. Adams ground out, hit by a pitch, and scored a run. He takes a hack, and it's 0-1. Jaden Vernado back in at second base for Mississippi.
Now batting 0-0, Bryson Adams.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And make it 0-3 as he struck him out. So 2 strikeouts. Gives us 2 outs here in the 5th, and Jonah Harris is coming up. Harris with a ground out and reached on an error. Scored a run in that 3-run 4th. And he swings and misses. With the exception of the bases on balls that Williams handed out in the 4th inning, Mississippi pitcher's been pretty solid. Swing and a miss, throw down to third. That's not going to be in time, and Harris swipes third base. Bly Barnes didn't really feel like he unleashed that one. Kind of in about 60%, 70% of his throwing power that way. And with the 0-2 pitch, that just missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jonah Harris. Audie Bundy's on deck for Tennessee if this inning continues. And it won't. Striking out the side is Brody Ponder. So he struck out 4 in his time out there. No runs. There was 1 hit and 1 man left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 5-2. Tennessee with the lead. Mississippi coming to bat here in the 2024 Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. Tennessee with a 3-run lead. Tennessee making a couple of defensive changes. Chet Shepard back into the game in left field, and Bryson Krantz back at third base. On the mound is Mason Poss, who's going to try to finish this thing off. He'll face McGeehee, Brumfield, and Simmons, 8, 9, and 10 in the Mississippi lineup. His team with a 5-2 lead. Poss came in relief in the last inning. All right, everybody about ready. Hilliard's got the gear on back behind the plate. And in steps Lawson McGeehee. Struck out his first time up. Fastball high, ball 1. Bottom part of the order, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Of course, they were all against Adams. And the count now 2-0. That's ball 3. Winner of this game's got a date tomorrow with Georgia. Loser's got a date with Louisiana. Loser will play at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Winner plays at 1:30 in the afternoon. And there's a base on balls. McGahee gets on. So leadoff man on for Mississippi here in the 5th. Corian Brumfield, who struck out his first time up, comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Brumfield does not get cheated out of his cuts. He shows bunt this time, puts down a beauty. Third base side, there's no play happening here. Well, that's a gorgeous bunt from Corian Brumfield. Infield single, runners at first and second, tying run. Coming to the plate in Tyler Simmons. Nobody out for Mississippi here in the 5th. Coach Poss having to decide about his pitcher, and here he comes out of the dugout. Walk and a single, and about to make a change, it looks like. Mason hands the ball off. He's heading for third base. Coming in from the outfield for Tennessee is Thomas Harris. So Harris is about to be the 4th pitcher for Tennessee this afternoon. Left-hander. And who else is moving around? Looks like Bryson Krantz, who came into the game at third base, is now heading out into right field. So Krantz moving over there. Poss going to third. And coming into the mound is Thomas Harris. There's nobody out. Runners at first and second. And Tyler Simmons, the number 10 hitter, coming up. Tennessee took this lead in the 2nd inning. They went up 1-0. They made it 2-0 in the 3rd, 5-0 in the 5th. Well, let me rephrase that. It was 5-0 in the 4th.
Y'all got 7 on the bump?
Yes, sir.
Mississippi picked up 2 runs in their half of the 4th to make it a 5-2 game. Now they're threatening here in the 5th. Thomas Harris has been called on to try to hold on to this win for Tennessee.
Thomas Harris.
There's Simmons up now, lefty-righty matchup. Nobody out in the 5th. There's the pitch from Harris. Low ball 1.
Time is now expired. We'll finish the inning.
Lane Wibnight waits on deck for Mississippi. Way outside with the pitch. Runners start to advance. Neither one of them go. They both hit the brakes, and coach is wondering why you're not on third base and second base. He got both hands in the air. Wanting to know why his runners didn't come. Stephen Williams, the head coach at Mississippi, looking at McGahee and Brumfield and wanting to know how come they didn't go when that ball got by the catcher. And honestly, Hilliard got to that ball pretty quickly. There may have been a play at third base if they had gone. This one fouled out of play. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now for Tyler Simmons. I don't know that those runs are as important as the outs right now if you're Mississippi. That's a good-looking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch to Simmons. Swing and a miss. And there's the first out of the 5th. Big out for Thomas Harris, who just checked in. Here's Lane Wibnight now.
Not bad, number 6, Wayne Wibnight.
Whipwright struck out his first time up. Shows bunt. Bunts this foul. The ball was down around his feet or ankles. He was going to have a hard time making anything happen with that, but he tried to follow through with it and just bunted it foul. But a little pressure on the Tennessee defense here. We already saw Corian Brumfield bunt for a base hit. Here's the pitch. Down low ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jaden Vernado is the on-deck hitter for Mississippi. They can get through these 2 guys. It's Brody Ponder in the top of the order. Here's the 1-1. Harris's pitch. Hit in the air left center. This is going to get down, base hit. The only advantage of that for Tennessee was the Mississippi runners really had to wait on seeing if that ball was going to drop or not. So Whipwright gets on with a hit. Bases are loaded now.
Now batting, number 1, Jaden Vernado.
Tying runs at first, go ahead or winning runs sitting at the plate in the person of Jaden Vernado, who struck out his first time up in the 3rd. So a walk, a single, a strikeout. He shows bunt. Pitch comes inside, ball 1. And a single by Whipwright. Bases are loaded for Mississippi. Tennessee looked like they were cruising along with that 5-0 lead. Mississippi just did not give up. Show bunt again. That one's a foul tip for strike 1. Well, they showed bunt the first 2 times. Let's see if they come back to it again. Middle infield, back deep. They show bunt again. This one comes in on Vernado. I don't know how it didn't hit him. Well, runner's going to come in to score from 3rd. Vernado's still saying, how did I not get hit here? Tennessee asking for timeout as Poss gets time after the run scores. Other 2 runners advanced the 70 feet, and now the tying run's on second base.
Oh, God, here we go.
I don't hardly see how he can ask for time that he shouldn't be granted.
I think Poss is going to have, Coach Poss having a conversation with the home plate umpire about, I don't know what. Was there interference maybe from the batter? Yep, they're going to say Vernado was hit by the pitch. And so the runner's moving up. The runner scores anyway. All right, well, now you've got bases loaded. You got a 5-3 game, and you're back to the top of the order for Mississippi and Brody Ponder, who's walked and singled and scored. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, ball 1. 5-3 game, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. We are out of time, so where this ends is where it's going to end. There won't be a 6th inning. Strike outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch. 1-2. Good pitch from Harris. Maybe the best one he's thrown as he paints the outside part of the plate to Ponder, who's now in the hole. On deck hitter, Burke Williams. Tennessee staying at normal depth in the infield. Boy, got him again. Just 2 beautiful pitches on the outside corner by Harris, and Ponder goes down looking. 2nd out of the inning. And now it's down to Burke Williams. He's got to find a way to get on base to extend this game. Brumfield's at 3rd. Wibbright's at 2nd. Showing bunt and bunting it foul is Burke Williams. Jaden Vernato's at first base. If you're a Tennessee fan, this has got to be a little bit nerve-wracking. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to 3rd. Throw across in time, and Tennessee holds on to get the win. Poss fields it cleanly, got it across to Adams, and that's how the final game of the pool play is going to come to an end today. Tennessee with the 5-3 win over Mississippi. So Tennessee advances to play at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. They will take on Georgia, and Mississippi will play tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, and they get Louisiana. That's going to wrap it up for us. Final is Tennessee 5, Mississippi 3. You've been watching Dixie Youth Baseball World Series 2024 edition. The Ozone Division I play. We're back tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9:30, for the actual tournament beginning games here from Bossier City, Louisiana. So long, everybody.